This whole debate about climate is disappearing. This whole idea about electrification is disappearing. The president of the United States goes to Japan and tries to sell them F-150 Fords at the same time that Ford decides no longer to produce an electric version of the F-1. You have the sense that the U.S. is looking back even as China and the rest of the world is moving forward. And what effect does that have on America's standing in the world when the rest of the world says, we don't want to be dependent on Saudi oil. We want to dependent on on wind and sun, which is free and comes without the geopolitical change that fossil fuels still provide if you don't have your own capabilities. Fascinating change.
It really is, and I think it's part of this broader trend of much of the rest of the world sort of moving on without the United States as it's pulled back from a number of agreements from, obviously in Trump's first term is when he pulled the US out of the Paris Climate Agreement. And that's all just sort of accelerated some of these trends in the United States and moving backwards on climate. And then of course when he came in for his second term, he undid many of the climate initiatives Biden passed and Congress passed while Biden was in office under the IRA. So the world is moving on without the United States. It's not looking to the United States as a leader on these issues anymore. And I think also it gives China this huge advantage in soft power and the fact that it's supplying so many of the factories and solar panels and technology needed to rely on cleaner energy sources. The United States is not a player in this right now.